Hello and welcome to EBC World, the voice of Pan-Africanism. I am Makrala with the daily updates. And now moving on. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed met with the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres on Monday. I am pleased to welcome United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres to Ethiopia and had the pleasure of receiving him on Monday morning at my office, where we discussed various regional and multilateral issues, the Premier said on a social media post. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres arrived in Addis Ababa on Sunday night to participate in the annual meeting of the United Nations and the African Union leaders. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed met on Monday with Patrice Motsepe, President of the Confederation of African Football (CAF), along with the members of the Executive Committee. The Premier shared on his social media channel that I received at my office on Monday morning the Confederation of African Football (CAF) President Patrice Motsepe and members of the Executive Committee ahead of the 46th CAF Ordinary General Assembly that Ethiopia is hosting. The Prime Minister and Motsepe have also visited the Addis Ababa Stadium, currently nearing completion. Cultural and Sport Minister Shawit Shanka, Ethiopian Football Federation President Isaias Jira, among other officials, also attended the visit. Ethiopia stands ready to support the successful outcome of the meeting, Abiy reaffirmed. It is to be recalled that Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed announced that June 2024 that Ethiopia has submitted its application to host the African Cup of Nations (AFCON) and the country is carrying out participatory activities. Accordingly, Ethiopia has thrown its hat into the ring to host the prestigious African Cup of Nations, it was learned. The 46th Ordinary General Assembly of the Confederation of African Football (CAF) is due to kick off in Addis Ababa on Tuesday. The chairperson of the African Union Commission, Mr. Moussa Faki Mohammed, on Monday met with the United Nations Secretary General, Mr. Antonio Guterres, and Deputy Secretary General Ms. Amina J. Mohammed and their team in Addis Ababa. It was indicated that the dignitaries are holding the 8th African Union UN annual meeting in the Ethiopian capital. During the day, they are reportedly discussing the concrete progress, challenge experienced, and the way forward on their 3 strategic partnership framework on peace and security, sustainable development goal, and human rights. It is to be recalled that the UN chief Antonio Guterres and his delegation arrived in Addis Ababa to participate in the annual meeting of the United Nations and African Union leaders. Additionally, he has inaugurated the renovated headquarters of the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa.
When you come to Brussels, make sure that you come and visit and see the Atomium, which is one of the main tourist attractions here. This building serves as an art exhibition, museum, and cultural center.
perfectly in time for sunset. Look at that. Yeah.
Welcome back. The Czech Republic ambassador to Ethiopia, Miroslav Kazak, reiterated commitment to supporting Ethiopia's climate resilience. A forum organized by Czech Embassy and the People in Need, an organization supported by Czech Aid in Addis Ababa, that brought together leading experts, policymakers and stakeholders to discuss sustainable landscape management and climate action. Johannes van Tahun reports.
The forum, organized by People in Need, a Czech-based organization in collaboration with the Czech Embassy in Addis Ababa, focused on enhancing expert partnership to strengthen Ethiopia's climate resilience. Klara Jelinkova, PIN's country director to Ethiopia, highlighted the organization's ongoing efforts to build climate resilience through sustainable landscape management.
This forum is focusing on the essential topics of nature management and also on climate resilience and innovative solutions we can find together in these areas, as much as landscape mapping, soil analysis, climate smart agriculture, water management and many beyond. It's only through these collaborative efforts we can truly understand and address the unique needs and aspirations of Ethiopia. Our goal today is to foster an environment where all voices are heard and where we can work together to build the resilience and sustainable future for Ethiopia.
The Czech Republic's strong commitment.
The Czech Republic ambassador to Ethiopia also described his government's commitment to supporting Ethiopia's climate change efforts through Czech Aid and People in Need. He highlighted the government's focus on grassroots projects in Sidama, Oromia, Tigray, South and Central Ethiopia.
Climate resilience is not only a global priority, but an urgent need for Ethiopia. The changing climate is already impacting agriculture, ecosystems, and the livelihoods of millions here. Ethiopia is particularly vulnerable, with climate change threatening food security, straining water resources, and reducing land productivity. The Czech Republic has supported landscape management projects in Ethiopia since 2001, and we are proud of our joint achievements with our Ethiopian partners. Ethiopia has been a priority country for our development cooperation since 2011. We are committed to developing sustainable solutions through partnership involving multiple stakeholders.
Metiku Ayele, advisor to the minister at the Ministry of Agriculture, expressed Ethiopia's gratitude for partnership with Czech government in tackling climate change. He praised PIN's sustainable landscape management activities, stating they are strengthening Ethiopia's Green Legacy initiative.
Working in climate change in collective way has been of critical importance because worldwide as well as specific to our country, it becomes a serious challenge. Ethiopia has experienced loss of thousands of forests and faced severe land degradation and deterioration of soil. Organizations like People in Need, supported by donors such as Czech government and other donors represented here today, have made significant contribution to natural resource development. Through initiatives focused on sustainable land management, reforestation, water conservation, and community engagement, they have empowered local communities to become stewards of their own landscape. The collaboration between Czech government alongside with different government bodies exemplifies the strength of international cooperative in addressing Ethiopia's environmental challenge.
Since the 2000s, PIN, supported by Czech Aid, has been working with Ethiopian communities to rehabilitate over 12,500 hectares of degraded land, utilizing best practices in landscape management.
That's all we had for today's update, but before I go, let's have a recap of the top stories once again. PM Abiy holds talks with UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres. And Czech Republic reiterates commitment to supporting Ethiopia's climate resilience. That's all we had for today's update. Thank you for tuning into EBC World, the voice of Pan-Africanism. It was me, Makdalai. See you with the daily updates. Goodbye.